Good evening. I appreciate the opportunity to be with you today and to tell you about me and my candidacy. I have lived in Northern Virginia a long time, 40 years. I remember when the Orange Line first opened to Ballston in late 1979. I began commuting into the city on Metro from Courthouse just a year and a half later. That was also when I married my Langley High School sweetheart, Beth. We've raised our family here, putting all 4 of our kids through public school and sending 2 of them to Virginia public universities. I've practiced law here in Northern Virginia for 27 years, representing businesses large and small, mostly in the courts here in Arlington, Fairfax, Alexandria, and Loudoun. I've watched Arlington and Fairfax, this great economic engine of our Commonwealth, get built bolt by bolt, and I've been a part of it. I've been deeply involved in the civic and business fabric of this community. I've worked on a broad range of issues crucial to our region, including housing and transportation issues. I've wrestled with difficult local budget issues as chairman of Supervisor Faust's Budget Task Force, and I've worked on local and statewide education issues, access to justice, and parks, open space, and Tyson's planning issues. I understand that maintaining and advancing our quality of life is crucial to our Commonwealth's continued success. I understand that what built this engine and what we need to never lose focus on is our shared values on what has made and will keep Arlington, Fairfax, and indeed all of Virginia the best place to live, raise a family, work, and do business. Those values include a world-class education system, K through 12 and higher ed, a commitment to innovative transportation and infrastructure solutions, and preservation and promotion of a quality of life that remains a magnet for the next generation of entrepreneurs and the very best talent for our workforce, and that attracts families and businesses to join and continue to help build our community. It's a quality of life founded on our shared progressive values of inclusiveness and tolerance, women's and minority rights, affordable health care for all, a clean environment, and a sense of community that is welcoming to all. On health care, by the way, I'm the only candidate in this race who has made unequivocally clear he supports and will fight for Medicaid expansion. My view is we should expand Medicaid immediately. Actually, we should have done it months ago, like so many other states have, even states led by conservative Republican governors like John Kasich of Ohio, because it's the right thing to do and the fiscally smart thing to do. The Chamber of Commerce, the hospital, and broader medical community all agree Medicaid expansion will promote health, reduce healthcare costs, and create jobs. Had we acted, we could have saved the $1 billion of Virginians' tax dollars that have gone elsewhere by the House of Delegates has shown intransigence. And as we sit here this evening, Virginians continue to pay $5 million a day into the federal system, with that money being spent in other states, while our House of Delegates digs in. Finding the common ground to bring legislators together around the progressive values will be a crucial part of my job as your delegate. On this point, perhaps most of all, filling Bob Brink's shoes will be a real challenge. Bob was respected in Richmond for how he went about his work. He had a style of working across the aisle at every opportunity to move Northern Virginia's interests forward. I hope to carry on Bob's work, and am ready for the challenge. And I know a thing or two about finding common ground. For years, I sat on and then chaired the Virginia Bar's Alternative Dispute Resolution Committee. Alternative Dispute Resolution, or ADR, is about solving problems. It's about looking for and finding productive ways to resolve disputes, rather than battling it out in a courtroom. I've been at the forefront of the enormous growth of ADR over the last 20 years in Virginia in the business and legal world. I also teach negotiation right here at George Mason University Law School, training our next generation of lawyers how to break impasse. And I'm on the board of the Sorensen Institute for Political Leadership at UVA, a nonpartisan institute dedicated to restoring civility to politics. I have the temperament and the skill set to build relationships and find ways to bridge what might seem like unbridgeable gaps. There are some clear differences between Dave and me. Had Dave had his way, Ken Cuccinelli would be our governor today, and Mark Obenshain would be our attorney general. He supported both by contributing money to their campaigns last year. Had Dave had his way, we'd be living in a very different Virginia right now, one in which Medicaid expansion would not even be part of the conversation, one in which we'd have a climate change denier-in-chief in the governor's mansion, one in which Virginia would be on the wrong side of history on the issue of marriage equality, and one in which our Attorney General would surely not have taken the step Mark Herring took to recognize the importance of having our best and brightest students, regardless of their immigration status, stay here in Virginia for their college education. Ladies and gentlemen, As your delegate, I will be an advocate for Arlington, Fairfax, and all of Northern Virginia, focused always on maintaining Virginia's well-deserved position, one under Governors Kane and Warner, and continued by Governor McAuliffe, as the best place to live, raise a family, and grow or start a business. My priorities are your priorities. Thank you. I look forward to spending time with you.